Showing up is half the battle. They're correct. But half is only 50%. 50% is an F. Okay? Dude, we have limited time on this earth. So if I'm going to do something, I go all the way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. Right? Like,
The Lamborghini Huracan is waiting for me to make these 200 calls right now. I got to do it.
I think the truth is, PJ,
What?
people are just lazy. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Winners Club podcast, where even when we don't win,
We learn, and learning is a form of winning.
let's go. And today, guys, we're going to talk about a very touchy subject, because I think that to make 2024 your best year yet, you got to take what I'm saying and take it to the next level. And that is, showing up is not enough. You hear the saying all the time that people say, showing up is half the battle,
Yeah.
or showing up is 80%. No,
Yeah.
it's not. Showing up is half the battle. They're correct. But half is only 50%. 50% is an F. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so I bring this up because, and I always go back to the gym, but I see people come to the gym. They come there for 20, 30 minutes, and they do nothing.
Yeah.
And they're like, I showed up. It's better than not being here. I'm like, bro, you showed up, but you did nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not enough.
No,
Your body's not
100%.
going to change. But take that and apply it to work. I see people who show up, clock in, clock out, and
Yeah.
do nothing between the hours of 9 and 5,
Yeah.
make no progress, don't get better, and they think that that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough if you're a child,
Yeah.
okay? My son, I got his report card back,
Yeah.
and guess what? That's what they gave him. He got an A+ in participation because he showed up.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is this? You know, my thing was like, okay, what's the point? That's like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to put this on there,
Yeah.
you know? But I think some of you guys live in life, that's how you guys are, like, treating it. Like, I'm just going to show up and that's enough.
Yeah.
What do you feel, PJ?
I mean, everything that you're saying, what I feel, if you're gonna show up, you know, just like the gym you said, right? Show up. I'm gonna walk for 2 minutes, warm the body up, do some stretches, and do one set, and then go
Yeah.
home. Like, honestly, you're just wasting time.
Yeah.
If you're just showing up, you're wasting your time. Like, why even go there? Like, why even do that? Like, I can't even like say anything else because it is a waste of time,
Yeah.
right?
So, for example, sales, right? You know, my organizations all require sales. So I deal with a lot of salespeople.
Yeah.
They show up. I'm like, okay, did you make your calls?
Yeah.
Okay. They're like, yeah, I showed up, but not really. I'm like, okay, well, that's the first problem.
Yeah.
Second thing, they show up, they make their calls,
Yeah.
but they're just trying to go through the numbers
Yeah.
because we have KPIs. And in our KPIs, you got to make at least 20 contacts a day.
Yeah.
But they'll be like, I called my mom. That's one.
Yeah.
That's like, that's not showing up.
Yeah.
Like, that's not
You can't
showing
even
up
fulfill
and
your
showing
stats.
out. Like, bro,
You can't get no
like,
data
that's
off
just
that.
putting numbers. Like, just say that you made 20 contacts, but like,
Yeah.
no, go out there, have real conversations, and then if you do, that's how it counts. Like, that's considered a contact.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. So that's what really grinding my gear.
What about you, man? Like when you go into something and say you have a task to do, or like it's like, oh, Brian, like,
I go balls deep, PJ.
yeah, you show
Yeah,
up and
dude.
show out, or what?
I go balls deep
Dude. Well, why? Why do you like? Let me know. Like,
because
why?
I don't like wasting time.
Yeah.
Dude, we have limited time on this earth. So if I'm gonna do something, I go all the way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, for example, somebody was trying to tell me to pick up golf.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you got to golf. You got to golf. But I'm like, bro, I don't want to spend that time.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'm not even going to do it
Yeah.
because I'm not going to go up just to suck. If I'm going to get into golf,
Yeah. It's
I'm
gonna
gonna
take
get-
up all your time. Yeah.
I'm going to get a coach.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit the range. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. But right now, I said, no, I'm not going to do that because, look, I got 24 hours in a day. 2
Yeah.
hours is already at the gym.
Yeah.
I got 22 left. I like to try to sleep 6, 7 hours, right?
Mhm.
And then I like to spend time with my kids and I like to go to work. So where am I going to fit golf in there?
Yeah.
I have to give up something. And at this point in time in my life, I don't want to give it up.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. So if I am going to pick up golf, and that means I'm going to give up 2 hours at the gym,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to go all the way.
Yeah.
I'm going to make that sacrifice.
Hole in ones.
Exactly.
I get you, bro. I get you. But let me. I want to know though, like, what is that?
PJ, Stevie.
Oh, okay. So like showing up. I mean, why do you think people just sometimes they just go into something like you say, like sales call? Why do you think people come in and they don't give it their all? Like, why do you think people tend to do that?
Typically, they probably got in for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
When you get into something, you have to understand and run through the scenario. Like, what is it going to take for me to become good at this?
Yeah.
And if that's usually like, 1,000 hours of prospecting,
Yeah.
or for golf, it's 1,000 swings,
Yeah.
right? people don't get that.
Yeah.
I think they get in, they think they're gonna just do well,
Mhm.
or maybe get a sale.
Yeah.
No, man. When I get into something, I already plan 10 steps ahead of what it's gonna look like. Like, okay,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna be good at golf, I gotta hire a coach. 2-3 hours a week, 4 hours a week,
Yeah.
and then I'm sitting there. I'm like, yeah, you know what? It doesn't fit. Yeah, it's not worth pursuing because I'm not willing
Yeah.
to make that sacrifice. I'm not willing to sacrifice 4 hours of my week to get
Yeah.
good at golf. So I don't do it.
I agree with you. I think I do agree with you on that part with, everything that you said after is, they're not doing what, they need to be doing. But I think it's more like people are forgetting like the real reason, not that they're in for the wrong reason, but they're just forgetting, right? Like, I want to be a 20 million like salesman this year on my real estate brokerage. And you're going into work like your goal is like $0.
Yeah.
You're probably just forgetting. Like you need to get amped up and be like, yo, like the Lamborghini Huracan is waiting for me to make these 200 calls right now. I got to do it, right?
You bring up the 20 million sales, like, okay, so you have to reverse backwards. If you know that you're going to be doing 20 millions in sales and you know that the average sales price is, let's say, $1 million, that means you need to do 20 transactions. Where are those 20 transactions going to come from? And then you got to break it down. So when I used to do with gold trading was, okay, I'm like, okay, I got to do 20 transactions this year. 5 will come from open houses if I do 52 open houses this year.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 will come from cold calling if I call 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just like that. And then, another 5 will come from sphere of influence if I throw these parties and I reach out to my family, my friends, and my past clients. And then another 5 will come from, me outdoor knocking or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So everything I just said right there, you have to understand that unless you do that task, you're not going to hit the 20 million mark. Most people just throw it out there and say, I'm going to do 20 million, but they don't know how to help. Where's the business going to come from?
Yeah.
Be real with yourself. Same thing with losing weight. If I want to lose 10 pounds, it's math. I think it's
Simple.
like 3,500 calories a pound.
Yeah.
So where are you going to lose 3,500 calories?
Yeah.
You got to stop eating or you got to work out for, that much. But that's what it is.
I mean, it's all simple. Even like when you bring up the weight loss, and I know to all the viewers, we always talk about weight loss, but it's just like the simplest thing that could be translated into business, right? Like it doesn't even have to be so mathematical. It could be simple. It's like all I gotta do is run for 30 minutes, and I gotta do my 5 workouts that are on my plan and eat my food that somebody told me. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. All I gotta do is I gotta make my calls. I gotta go do the open house, and I gotta connect to do my follow-ups. That's it.
But anyways, going back to what I'm saying is that, look, you can't just make your calls to make your calls.
Yeah.
Like, I know people who just put their auto dialer up and then they just sit there and let it ring for 2 hours and nobody picks up. And they're like, oh, all right, I did my 2 hours of prospecting. No, bro, you didn't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And when they do talk to them, their energy's low and they suck and they don't actually practice the script.
Yeah.
Like, get good at what you do, right? Become a professional. Be the doctor in the field, not the, Joe Schmo out of a shack.
I get it. I hear you, man. Be excellent.
I think the truth is, PJ,
What?
people are just lazy.
I want to. So
lazy.
let me talk to you about.
Fire
this,
them
man.
up.
Let's fire them up, man. Because
Don't be lazy.
I want to ask you this. Because let's be honest, I'm someone too as well. I have my bad days, right? And you probably have your bad days,
Yeah.
right? But what is your take or advice to someone who just had a bad day on a Wednesday and they just couldn't get to their calls or they just couldn't muster in? Like, where's your advice?
Like, you're letting like something else control your outcome. Like, that's why they say don't rely on motivation, rely on discipline.
Yeah.
So what, you had a bad day?
Yeah.
So what, you woke up late?
Yeah.
Get your ass up and let's go. Get some work done.
Yeah.
Like, you think I want to wake up at 5 a.m. every day?
Yeah.
Somebody asked me that. It's like, oh, but you're an early bird. Fuck no.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not an early bird. I just do what it needs to get done. Like, that's the only time I can get my workout in and be able to get home in time, make breakfast for my kids, and make it to their school, and then getting to work.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a bunch of, I don't know, man. I want to say like weak-minded. That's
Yeah.
why like mindset comes into play.
Definitely does. Yeah.
That's why like all these guys talk about mindset, and people are like, oh, it's so cliche.
It is
It's the basic foundation.
It's one of the most important things in my opinion. I mean,
I'll tell you one thing right now. I didn't want to go to the gym today. I got my sciatica is kind of kicking up again. So I've been popping hella pain pills.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, I need rest. Like the little bitch in me was like, you should rest.
Yeah. For
And
sure.
I'm like, I ain't a bitch.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. I mean, dude, that line alone gets me through a lot of stuff.
I thought about there's a book called Choose Your Enemy Wisely. I thought about my enemy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Fired up, huh?
I know they're not getting up today.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna get up. That's it,
dude.
So,
I love.
you know,
I'm still reading that book too, bro.
I'm like, dude, I'm not letting them win. They're not winning. This little back pain ain't stopping me. Never
Ain't no
stopped me
bitch,
before.
bro.
Ain't gonna stop me now. Because actually, this time around, the sciatica is not as bad as the last time. Remember?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Just don't be a bitch, guys. Don't be a bitch. I just want to say, man, like, to everything, going back to everything that you're saying about, you know, helpful things with people who do have a bad day, is I think the best thing that you could do is realize that, you know, one, like you said, one small thing doesn't have to rule your day.
Yep.
Right. And I think a lot of people take it to the extreme when they really don't, when they're like, oh, fuck, like, it's 1 p.m. I don't feel good. Like, tomorrow will be a better day. Right. And, you know, I've been someone who's done that, but dude, you still have 8 hours in the day where you could fucking work your ass off, right? So the quicker you could just be like, nah, fuck this. I'm in charge and I'm in control of my day. Now, I wish I did that earlier, like yesterday, you know, but whatever, you know, I'm not living the past.
Yeah.
But guys, just, dude, you could make a big ass difference with just change your mindset to be like right now, not tomorrow. Like, why are you waiting for tomorrow, you know, to be better?
Going back, man. Don't just show up.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm telling you, if you just show up and you think that's enough to get you to the next level,
Mhm.
nah, man, I'm gonna smoke you.
Yeah.
Your competition is gonna beat you.
Yeah.
So think about your competition the next time you just want to show up and do the bare minimum.
Yeah, dude, I'm fired up now.
Yep.
You're my enemy, Joe.
Hey, go ahead, bro. I wish you the success, because if you do, we're gonna be living large.
That would be
BJ.
fucking clean, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking hella shit. But hey, I just want to also say something too, like to the audience that's listeners, of course, you know, like, hey, showing up is nothing, man. You could say like, oh, I did one task out of my 3, but what the fuck? You have 3 tasks, 3 critical tasks to do, and you did 1. Like, that's less than freaking 50%. That's 33%. That's a fail, right? What I think everybody should do, if you're someone who struggles, is I have this book that's called The 100-Day Journal. You don't have to buy it, but it's cool because it's just a journal. It's a journal, and it's structured in a way to like make you win.
Like a diary.
It's bro. Why are you trying to do me like? It's not a diary, bro. It's a journal. All right, it's a journal.
Do you write about your day
Yes, kinda.
and like your feelings?
Kinda.
It's a diary.
All right, fine. I have this 100-day diary, right?
there you go.
The first thing you do is you say like, oh, what I'm grateful for, and then basically, you know, whatever, that shit helps. But you write the 3 critical tasks that you need to do to obtain that 100-day goal, right? And then every single time at night, you reevaluate and be like, did I do this? Did I do that? And then like for me, it's been hella helping because I just don't want to like have a bad day. I don't want to be like, oh, my discipline was 1.
So that's actually something I do too. I write it
Yeah.
down because there's a power in crossing out, you know, things that you've done in the day.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
like little wins.
For sure. And especially there's also like an accountability if you're going to do it at night, right? I think that's a lot of people's problems too, is they set this goal in the morning and then they're just like, by 9 o'clock, they're like, fuck it, Netflix all day.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, go look back and see if you had a good day. And then it's like, all right, cool.
And I like that because
sucked.
your good day was written. It's based on what you wanted to accomplish.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's helping you towards your
So
goals.
everybody go get yourself a little diary. What color's your diary?
It's the 100-day journal.
What color's your diary?
It's black and gold.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pimp.
all right.
I'll get you one, bro.
All right.
I'll
cool.
get you a diary.
All right, let's end the podcast here, guys.
Cool.
So don't just man, show up.
Show up,
Get
man.
to work.
Don't be weak. Don't be a little bitch.
Share this with 5 friends. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks. Peace.
Peace.